Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the ancestors past, present and future and welcome to you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies. The reason why I'm not acknowledging the Warramai people at the moment is because I'm not in Warramai country. I'm overseas in cold and rainy New Zealand at the moment, caring for my mum. For those that have been with me for a while will know I was over here for about 4 months, 5 months, I don't know, just went in a blur last year when she was diagnosed pretty much on death's door with AML, acute myeloid leukemia. Um, as family members said, you know, it's a blood tumor pretty much, and the type she has is where apparently 2 chromosomes have been removed from her system, and they're chromosomes that are for producing hemoglobin, platelets, etc. And 1 chromosome has folded. So we've stopped the chemotherapy, tried to keep those cells suppressed, but the chemotherapy is no longer working. So we are at the end stage now, doing good, getting overwhelmed occasionally, just emotionally overwhelmed, but I have huge support here, which is fantastic. And there is only one guarantee when we are born. It's the bit that we do in the middle. I think I saw something the other day that said your life consists of 2 dates with a dash in the middle, and it's the dash that's the important part. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, you guys for your support, and I will come on as I can. But understandably, there's, you know, visitors are coming and going. I've moved into the bedroom and set up, reorganized a few things I could set up with the light. So thank you for joining me. Okay, entertainment only. I know that wasn't very entertaining, but you know, it is a path that many have travelled before and many will travel afterwards. So thank you. If you're wondering what that is, that's a sewing machine. Okay, okay, what I want to have a look at, and I'm using the Gilded Tarot Royale. I want to have a look at the protests that are happening in Hungary at the moment. Viktor Orban. Orban is a, I believe Hungary are in the EU and in NATO as well, if I'm correct there. If I'm wrong, I do apologise. But he is very much pro Kremlin, also pro Felon. Just one of those sorts of, you know, ghastly pieces of human. Okay, let me put it that way. There are massive protests happening in Hungary at the moment. The media says tens of thousands, but those on the ground say it's hundreds of thousands, led by the current opposition leader, Peter Magyar. I do apologise. I'll just call him Peter. Do apologise. Who is the leader of the opposition, and I believe elections are coming up in April as of next year. Demanding that Orban resign. I believe the president and the head of the judicial system in Hungary resigned last year over this particular incident, but it is a resignation in regards to video footage that has come out about the abuse of youth, juvenile abuse in government institutions, including information has come out a prostitution ring that was run by, and we're talking about children here because these are youth institutions. They will be those that are not deemed adults. I know in Australia it's 16 and under. I didn't look to see the age in Hungary, but I'm assuming it is. Just sometimes I have no words. Anyhow, apparently the head of one of the facilities has been arrested and is in jail. There are reports. There were reports about this abuse that going back years, which is why the president and the head of the judicial resigned last year. But Orban and his government took no action. Now, apparently, the opposition leader Peter, he used to be a member of Orban's party and left years ago due to the scale of corruption and abuse that was going on within the party. Anyhow, so I want to see what's going to happen with the protest. This is in freezing cold conditions in Budapest. Hundreds of thousands came out and protested over this. So just because the weather's a bit chilly, says me sitting in thinking it's chilly here when it's not at all, in comparison. But just, what does it take for people to get out and protest? And I'm not talking about the elderly or the children or those that have um, um, movement issues, etc. But all that middle frame of the US, why are they not out in the streets? Anyhow, that's just, that was my little soapbox there for about 30 seconds. But yeah, what we've got here is I was shuffling and split the deck, and then I put them down because I wanted to show you the cards, because my guides will tell me to look at cards when I'm splitting in particular moments. We have a real collective awakening here, an absolute klaxon wake-up call siren, a collective awakening, a collective pushback, a collective coming together in regards to this abuse, betrayal, deceit, just heartbreak, loss, despair. So let's have a look. I'll bring you down so you can see how I shuffle. I do apologise about the light. I've got all the overhead lights on. I've got a big picture window in front of me as well. Yeah, nightmare situation in regards to this absolute just betrayal. So, okay, how's it going to play out for Orban? We know he's a orange twerp. Adora has visited Mar-a-Lago and the White House on multiple occasions. These protests, yet times have changed, absolutely. The Wheel of Fortune, those that thought they were on the top. It's all part of this international movement. Oh, yeah, someone's got the squealies out there. It's all part of this international movement where we, the people, are no longer going to put up with it. Entertainment only. Okay, so how's it? Okay, you want me to stop there? Okay, how's it going to go for Orban? The Wheel of Fortune. Times have changed, and those that were on top are going to find themselves on the bottom. Yeah, it is time. Challenged by, no wonder they wanted me to keep the cards there, the Ace of Swords, the Sword of Truth. The sword has been drawn from the shaft, from the scabbard, and being presented. So his challenge, times have changed, and his challenge is the Sword of Truth being presented. Absolutely. Yep. The energy he's stewing in at the moment is the Four of Swords, laying low, being forced to retreat in the face of the truth. He will try to hang on, but I don't think he's going to have an option. The truth is going to force him out. Let's see where this goes. In the past, we've got the magician, the manipulation, the distraction, the look over here while I do that over there. That has been going on for over a decade. I would say that this has been going on. Just the news of a prostitution ring of juvenile. It doesn't matter whether they're in custody or whatever, or have committed crime. No child deserves that. That's just it's just vile. I'd say this has been going on for a long time, even pre-Orban times. He's been the president since Prime Minister since 2011, if I get that correctly. So 14 years. It's been going on a long time. This manipulation, this distraction, and I'd also hazard to guess that the last Hungary elections were fiddled by a certain Felon as well. Okay, let's see where this goes. Crowning the reading, we've got the Knight of Cups, an offer being made, an offer or information being presented, emotional information being presented. Okay, I don't know who the president of Hungary is at the moment, but he might be basically given the word I'm getting is ultimatum. Been given an ultimatum to leave, to step down. Okay? And the Sun card, full exposure, full revelation. He's part of this Jenga tower that when one block falls, the whole lot comes down. The immediate future, there's going to be enormous amounts exposed. Do not be surprised. May not hear it all either externally, offering up the information, the guardrails holding. There's something here. How's it going to go for Orban? Having to surrender in the face of I think he's going to be given an ultimatum, but it's going to be a no choice ultimatum. And internally, the sword of truth, the Knight of Swords, he might demand some rash action. Do not be surprised if the orange twerp declares something and comes forward. With the eagle here, Orban may call on his buddy in the US to do something. There might be some rash, he subdues here, but internally he's taking up a fight. Do not be surprised. Now, Hungary, I believe, is on the border of Ukraine. I know a few of us readers have been saying for a long time, and I've been, over a year now, might even be a year and a half, that the orange twerp would like to put boots on the ground in Russia, or some sort of equipment support or something along those lines. So don't be surprised. Calling on the US potentially. Hopes and fears, it's a lost cause with the Five of Cups. He's done, but we are now at the stage of the desperation of multiple despots around the world. The likes of Orban, who's, if I say second tier, but you've got the orange twerp, you've got Netanyahu, you've got the Kremlin. They're Three of Cups spilt, and looking at the Three of Cups, it may be that Orban knows that he can't call on, or he calls on them, but they can't reply to him because they're under their own struggle at the moment. But Two Cups still standing, so there may be some support still. Right, the outcome, the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, so documents being presented, the High Priestess, secrets being revealed that some parties would like kept hidden with the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, a legal decision that needs to be made, and we've got the Seven of Cups, the poor choices, smoke and mirrors, the wool over the eyes. But I think the information is going to come forward with that Page of Wands, and action is going to be taken with the King of Wands. Oh, you've got here, that's the Chariot, which is my military card, and then the Tower, because an inability to harvest something that's in the works. And then we've got the fleeing card, and then we've got a cleansing and a new beginning. Okay, this is taking me somewhere a little bit different. I was wondering the other day when I was talking about, I was seeing tanks, and I was looking to see where the US had bases where the orange twerp could order. So it's Orban is going, but he's one of these despots that is going to do anything to hold on, having learnt from his good old buddy Netanyahu. If you declare a war, all of a sudden you stay in power. That's something that the orange twerp is attempting as well, coming out yesterday and declaring that fentanyl is a weapon of mass destruction. Gee, where have we heard that term before? Okay, so wouldn't happen to be Bush's excuse for going into, with the backing of probably the Heritage Foundation, for going into Iraq. None were found, drew practically every Western country in the world with him. Queen of Swords and the government here. Yeah, that's the truth about what happened then. So do not be surprised if the orange twerp declares war at some way. But is Orban, Viktor Orban, going to declare Hungary at war against Ukraine? Is he going, or something along those lines? Is he going to do something to? Is he going to try and follow? Flipped over, yes. Huge yes. Biggest yes in the deck. I don't think he's going to be able to with that and we've got the Strength card, and we've got the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, emotional stability. This is my von der Leyen card. And then we've got the Queen of Swords as well. And then we've got the Death card, the ending. And then we've got my Biden card. Okay, so yeah, he is. He is. So he's going to declare some sort of, he's going to try to declare, my cards are saying some entertainment only, some sort of war or something on the with the border of Ukraine. Oh, I put them back randomly, and there she is again, the Queen of Swords, bringing forward the truth and bringing forward peace, and something to do with trying to bring with Orban, trying to bring the ship into harbour, money laundering, just flipping back and forth. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. Is the orange twerp? Because Erdogan in Turkey is not as big a devotee as Orban. Is the orange twerp, and is he going to make some sort of announcement about, is he and Orban plotting to declare war on Ukraine? The Fool card, Smoke and Mirrors, the Poor Choices, and three cups spilt and walking away. Well, yes, Smoke and Mirrors, but being forced to walk away. And then we got the Ten of Wands. So I'm going to say yes. And then we have the higher authorities coming forward. Page of Wands, information being presented, and a lot of information. We've got false victory, we've got the devil, and we've got strength, and we've got protection here. Could also be strength of the mercenary information coming out, but I'm feeling this is more about, this is solid and dependable movement forward about protection. I mean, it could also be strength about sending the mercenaries in, but no, I'm thinking it's more sort of truth stuff. And then we've got Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. Seeing what's coming. Well, you've got trying to keep some secrets. Sorry, I'll move that so the light's not on it. Trying to keep certain parts secret with the Four of Pentacles about contracts and agreements that were made. Two of Swords, but the hidden agenda revealing it. And then we've got, that's my Jack Smith card, prosecution. Prosecution, money laundering, everything being revealed. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So watch that part of the world. Yes, I've got no words. I just don't know how to voice the level of depravity and that they're prepared to stoop to. It's just, pardon me, time for another coffee. Okay, I'll catch you shortly. I'll be back on this afternoon in between visitors. Thank you for joining me.